It's all about Jesus. It's always been about Jesus, and it will always be about Jesus. Welcome to Here's the Reason for the Season with me, Katlego Moagi. If you enjoy this, share it with a loved one and consider subscribing for more. Some people think that certain people are God's favorite children because of how it looks like they're protected from problems and they're showered with blessings. Now let's look at Elizabeth and Zachariah. These two, according to Luke 1, were 1, the husband a priest, 2, the wife a descendant of Aaron, 3, according to verse 5 and 6 of Luke 1, they were blameless, righteous in the sight of God, obedient to God's commandments and ordinances. And based on this, I think it's fair to assume that if there is such a thing as God's favorite group, these two would certainly be part of that group. And you know what? They should be living their best lives, right? Well, not so much. According to Luke 1 verse 7, this couple was old, and not only that, they were barren. And we know that children are part of God's blessings upon our lives. So there's kind of like a misalignment of the life that they led, the lineage and the occupation that they were in, and how they're living, the absence of a child that was in their lives. And one would wonder and be like, why was it like that? There's a bit of unfairness there, if you will. But let's put that aside just for a minute and consider how they led their lives in the midst of the barrenness and in the midst of the old age. Verse 8 tells us that Zechariah was serving God. And for me, that's something very important. This person is old, this person is barren, and yet he's still serving God. One, like a typical person, especially in this day and age, would have said, I've been serving God for a very long time. Okay, God has not given me a child. My wife and I are still barren. I've been praying. I am a priest. How does it look? How do people look at me? I am in pain, I am hurt, and for that reason, I do not see why I should continue serving God. But that's not what Zechariah did. He continued serving God. And according to Luke 1 verse 11, an angel of the Lord appeared to him in the midst of his service. And for me, that is so encouraging that when we are in difficult times, when we are in moments of unpleasantness, when we are in a season of unanswered prayers, we shouldn't walk away from God. We shouldn't turn our backs from God. We shouldn't stop serving God. If anything, we should continue serving Him. And who knows, in the midst of that service, we might just have a visitation from an angel of the Lord. Now let's go back to Zechariah and what the angel of the Lord said to him in that situation. So now this is verse 13 to 15. For your prayer is heard. Your wife Elizabeth will bear you a son, and you shall call his name John. And you will have joy and gladness, and many will rejoice at his birth. For he will be great in the sight of the Lord. From this, we can see that Zechariah's prayer was not in vain. It wasn't a waste of time for him to pray. One, God saw their situation. God heard his prayer and God answered. And I believe that in your life and in my life too, God sees our situation. He has heard our prayers and he has answered our prayer. And one might be watching right now and thinking, yes, I hear that God heard the prayer and he answered it. But why did he take so long to actually answer, for the son to finally come? And for an answer to that question, you need to watch episode 2 of Here's the Reason for the Season with me, Katlego Moagi. And if you took anything from this, may you please click the like button, share it with a loved one, leave a comment of the lesson that you took from this, and please, please, please subscribe for more. And believe me when I say there is definitely more to come. Until then, remember that it's all about Jesus. It's always been about Jesus, and it will always be about Jesus. Thank you for watching, and until next time, bye for now.